Hey guys, it's Tinman here at a park. I hadn't fully decided if they thought that was a real dog even there yet. Been at the park for a bit and I didn't know there was a dog with a good woofer on him down there. Or is he just hanging out in the valley here and he knows which way to direct his voice? He knows that if anybody's down there, they're just going to think there's a dog coming here if they can make it out, if they do bother to register it. So you got to think like a thief, like a trickster, like a bad guy. You know, like if you ever watch a robbery thing on YouTube, the guy see the robbery guy doing something, do you ever sometimes think, look what he's doing, like why are you doing that? No wonder why you got caught. Well, that's you doing the same thing. So, yeah, just kind of try to do those kind of things and try to do them along with me and try to understand that a lot of people realize I'm just naturally really good at that kind of stuff. On it right there. Anyways, out there staying in shape, putting my face out here. I want to show you some stuff right here on the ground. This is all if you can kind of register it right there. It's been savagely kind of messed up. See the rest of the brown pile, the dirt pile on this side here, maybe from this view it'll do better. It's right there. If you really get into the particulars of it. So I'm just going to do this now where I spin you. So hold on, don't get upset, just a little wiggly. And there's another cool tree down here. Let's see that kind of a view, see if I'm getting you kind of cool and stuff, and you're all still running. There's the numbers. Oh my goodness, are you off? Oh no, there you are. And then we go and put this stuff around here, you know, a little bit for filling things in or whatever. And that's great stuff for them to use down in amongst these areas where, you know, they're doing footing and stuff. Lots of footing. I just want to get down to those trees down there, so, you know, I've never seen a kid play in these parks. Oh, check these out, guys. Got myself a pretty good pair of used shoes that are brand new, actually. You know, I'm on a pretty tight budget, so to put out $23 for these shoes was pretty tough to do. Because I'm real picky about my shoes now. Never been so picky in my life. And I don't like to wear socks anymore. Stuff like that, so blah blah blah. I put on a couple of hours with one of my kids, my daughter, yesterday with these on, and now again right now, and they're feeling mighty fine. See on that pile right there? You almost see what you think is maybe almost a handprint or something. I don't think it is, but I hope you guys are working out good with your view now. Get in a good foot. There we go. Kind of stuff going on there, but it could be foot shreddy-ish stuff. Yeah, there's foot tread stuff, but keep in mind, for the people who don't know this, and I don't talk about a lot of the evidence with these guys, but they do keep shoes around. You know those, did you see them on video back up in here? There was some, those black pants up there. Don't think that they won't move those black pants and utilize them for something. You might come back in a day or two and they'd be somewhere else. And you'd be thinking, oh, did a homeless guy or did a kid go down there and just move the pants? It could have happened. But come back in a few more days and see if the pants are there. I'll tell you one thing about it is, if you pay a lot of attention to the pants, then they might never move. Be aware of that. That they're aware of us trying to become aware and they might change things up a bit in their pattern that you were trying to start to watch. So try not to if you're doing it in a spying technique, is what I'm saying, because there's a lot of relationships out there that keep going and they don't leave away from it. And that's because it's the type of people, watchers, that are just enjoying their company. I have a number of them that come on my channel and comment and stuff. That was alright, I didn't lose it. Stepped on the plywood a bit. And yeah, they don't lose their relationship. And yeah, but when you get into the technique of being a trickster, you could lose the relationship. So you see, even something like that, piece of glass, some people will say, hey, what are you doing leaving it there, Tin Man? Well, glass is just rock at the end of the day. And, or sand, and they're the ones who put it there, most likely. Can't see how the weather brought in that piece of glass over the years, just one piece of glass sitting there. You know, or a kid did it or something. So here we are at the big tree. I was trying to test my nephew the other day about this girl. My great nephew, Cody. I think he could probably cross it. I don't know. Wow, hey, was she ever healthy when she went? Very healthy. This one was a tree just strictly stressed out. It had no root infringing at all. Like where I call on them actually doing some excavating and cutting of root. They get mostly into it to make sure they just will make it where it just can look like a break. But there's the odd time, because I talk about their cutting technique and stuff, they'll leave their knife, they'll leave a cut that looks similar to a X-Acto knife, like super, super sharp. Okay, you guys ready? I was thinking about turning it this way. Okay, so what have we got going on here with these branches? None of them are... It's just those arch tree there and that one there and stuff. Just trying to see what's going on if I need to grab a savior. My big point is getting out to this big fella. Ooh. Wow, this guy's pretty flimsy tree. Yeah. They're popping life out of her. You see this? This was probably an original part of the score. They probably did a score like that. If you know the sucker system, these aren't a real cord branch. They're just a branch that's coming out surface fed and everything. So it ends up just being the starting of like a skin branch. It becomes, as far as I know, the branch itself ends up having a nice core in it. But that core doesn't go into the tree. It begins at the depth that it started. So if the score is a half an inch deep, and that's where this guy started, then let's take a look at this and see if we can see the scoring. Yeah, so you can kind of see what's going on here. That's the official spot, and it might be stretching more, and so on and so forth, especially right here. Sometimes you get them where they're not, what's this, vertical, right? Sometimes you get them when they're horizontal. But if you look here, there's no horizontal splitting. So that helps verify that in the way that I've been researching it and seeing it happen. So we get a big compilation of them even right here. And it's still, and you guys might be going, no, all the grain goes this way, Tin Man. No, this isn't what the tree chose to do. They at one time probably came here and did a light scuffing when it was a little baby. And then if you really look here, it looks like it's happened later in life too, right? So, depends what you're getting. Beautiful. I don't think this part of the Well, maybe it has looked this full and this is going to be nothing. Like it's going to get a lot more full. See some crows over there and stuff. Some kids and stuff at the park. I've not seen any dog yet. That had that woofing at the beginning there, and that was I got it on camera, I'm pretty sure, so but that was a good evenness to the parking. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it out my runners a little bit, eh? My shoes, they got a really good sole on them. They got good air for breathing. Leather protection is fairly full. It's got like, you know, a crafted style sole in it where it's got those extra supports. I actually believe they're probably, you know, quite expensive sandals actually. The heel skid there. You always got to remember that. You know, when you walk around in bare feet in the bush, or you're not going to get a prickle. And listen, you don't hear yourself walk very much. Go get yourself your shoes on. Walk around the bush. There's a rock right in the middle of that little pile down there and stuff. Walk around with the shoes on in the same area, and your shoes noise will make it so you're not even being able to hear much. You'll have to stop to hear other stuff. You know, that tells you a lot about your feet, bare feet. These guys wear bare feet. We wear shoes. They don't, in part, do big indentations just because of that in itself. And we've filled in even a little bit there. See, that's just them at night playing around or something. These patches and stuff, somebody probably got carried away and pulled out big patches, or they wanted to. Either the city came by and maybe infilled them out. Let's see if they feel a little. They do feel a little high, I mean. Hard to tell. Did you hear that little peep? Truck. Alrighty. Peace out from the Tin Man. Hope you like this little 10-minute or whatever it is. See, there's the plants I was talking about. Another big tree that they didn't have to do big around perimeter excavating, it looks like. But if you look, I'm telling you once again, where is the root going down? Where are all the roots going down? Why are they all these light feeding roots? There's one in the middle that might be partly still attached. That looks like it might have been one that went straight down. It's hard to say exactly where that tree came from. It might have come from here more or something instead of that spot. Let's take a look. Oh no, it looks like that spot. Go down there and dig into the ground and see if we can find any of that root. Peace out from the Tin Man.